I was depressed, and being depressed is not something I'm used to. I had nobody to answer the phone to, and nobody to phone me up, and nobody to phone. So he said, "Mum, what about joining Facebook?" And he said, "I know somebody who's on Facebook, and he's working on a scheme to help old people and cheer them up." So I said, "Oh, that sounds a good idea." I hadn't got a clue what Facebook was. I'd heard of it.
She was feeling quite isolated, and talking to her, getting her involved in the community again. She now wants to get out, she now wants to see people, she now wants to talk to people again. But to me, that's what life is all about.
So he's developed this great relationship with Jamie. He sees him as an ally. He wants to please him, and if he wants to please Jamie, what happens is on the days that Jamie isn't here, he wants to do the same for us.
The changes in Jay's from the start to now. At the start of his journey, he could barely stay sat on a chair, his focus levels were low, he wouldn't take on challenges. To now, him being able to take on these challenges because I've boosted his confidence and self-esteem, and then willingness to engage with tasks and stay sat and listening to instructions is a big thing for him, and he's already starting to do that more.
I was really hanging on. I went through periods of crisis. It's not to try and shock, but the reality was I made 4 attempts on my life in a period between, I guess, around the Easter period of 2012. I'd made a further attempt after the passing of my mum. I was lost. When I arrived at the session, genuinely, I had very little hope. And I guess as I started to just beginning to show some signs of recovery, it was put to me that there was this opportunity on a Monday to go along and take part in what I was told was a sort of 5-a-side session, a bit of training. And then Russell said, "We'd like to come along to Sixfields for a disability football community event and help me out with the scoring." And that to me represented a bit of trust. I am in a place now where I've managed to put my life back together. I'm back in contact with my children and my friends, and things that seemed so isolated before. Northampton Town Football Club has played a very important part in that.
I've been coming for about 1.5 years now. I live by myself, and it's a chance to just meet lots of people. Brought me out of myself.
Well, no doubt the confidence has gone really high. So it's not the shy person who we first came to the Extra Time Ups. He gets about, goes to all our activities, and she's really, a good member of this Extra Time group.
We'll go out walking. We do exercises and different movements. We've done self-defence as well. I love it here.